All right, defensive side of the ball, what you got?
All right, so we had Steven call in. It's the obvious pick. It's one of my favorite guys from training camp. You got to go with Devon Hamilton, getting his start at nose. A very important piece of a 3-4 defense is the nose technique, taking on the double teams, being stout in the run game. I want to see if Devon Hamilton can do that. Another guy I'm going to be watching, you got to go Josh Allen. Can Josh Allen improve off of last year's performance where maybe he underachieved a little bit? Injuries were a thing, obviously. He's back 100% healthy now. I'm not sure how many reps he's going to get, but as long as he's out there, I want to see what he can do from the pass rushing perspective. And then the other guy I'll be watching that could have an interesting game, I'm going with K'Lavon Chaisson. I think that, he's the slated starter right now. But once again, can he hold up in the run game? Has he improved on his pass rush skill set? Is he going to be a problem set aside from Josh Allen across from him? Can they have that tandem in getting after the quarterback? I think tomorrow could be the first step in realizing if he can or he can't.
Okay, so there are your three guys, Josh Allen, K'Lavon Chaisson, Devon Hamilton. You like that front seven. Here's where I'm going. I'm going Roy Robertson-Harris. Who is this guy? What is this guy? Is he a star in the making? Why do they like him so much, and where does he fit on that that defensive front? Number two has to be, for me, Tyson Campbell. It actually might be number one. I'm not really putting these in any particular order. But Tyson Campbell, he's wowed the coaching staff a little bit, even better than some have thought. Is he the guy? Can he be the guy? C.J. Henderson, I think, will play tomorrow, but how much can they lean on Campbell? Where does he even play, Austin? Is he playing in the nickel spot? Is he playing on the outside? Does he do a little bit of both? And how about Andre Sisco? How much do they feel comfortable with him playing? He has shined in practice at times. Will he shine in the game, and is he comfortable, game-ready, kind of off that injury? I think is something to watch because there is a difference. So I've got Roy Robertson-Harris. I've got Tyson Campbell. I've got Andre Sisco for the Jaguars defense. Casey?
Yeah, I like Tyson Campbell. Let me see him, mostly because I don't know what's going on with C.J. Henderson. I'd like to see him out there, but who knows if that's going to happen. Let me see Jordan Smith, the pass rusher that they drafted in the 4th round.
I like it.
And let me see Jay Tufele, I believe is how you say it.
Yes, it is.
When he got drafted, there was when they put up like what he is pretty much from USC, they said loses the ball sometimes, which made me tweet, why do we draft a guy that loses track of the ball? So hopefully I want to see him know where the football is.
Find the ball.
What does that even mean as a defensive lineman, Austin? I think I know what it means, but what does that?
When you lose track of the ball?
Yeah, I could see that if you're like a corner, that'd be a major issue.
So
the ball's in the air. But
say it's a play action, say it's a boot, anything like that, where just your eyes deceive you and your body doesn't go where your eyes go.
So that's really that's more an eye discipline thing.
Yes.
Most likely.
Yep.
I mean, obviously, if you don't see the ball. But so play action, you got to be careful. Maybe we've had guys here that have done that a lot. I think that's more gambling to make a play than it is their eye discipline. They just got to be disciplined. But that'll be interesting. I think he's another guy, man, to watch. I don't know. I try not to put too much stock in the rookies in terms of immediate impact. I understand the Jags have a lot of young players, so they're going to get some impact. So I don't want to overplay Tufele. But I do think, the Walker Littles of the world and the Tufelis of the world, those were really good value picks. And they might be big-time players for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I like the pick there on Tufele. How much do you think will be typical vanilla, and how much can you hide on defense of what the Jaguars are trying to do while still repping it tomorrow, Austin? Not going to throw the playbook, I understand. I don't think you'll see all these blitzes. They'll probably save that for September 12th. But will we get a better idea what they kind of want to do after the first few series tomorrow?
Yeah, I think we will see some blitzes. I think if we see blitzes in team periods nonstop, I think we will see some blitzes in the first preseason game. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of vanilla aspects to it, but at the same time, this is really an audition for a lot of guys to see where they fit in the roles. And if you run a vanilla defense the entire time where you're not using, line stunts, you're not using blitzes, well, then you don't know the full capacity of what your defense could be capable of and who should be starting and who should be a depth pick. So I think you will see blitzes. I think you will see some exotic stuff tomorrow just because Joe Cullen's got to get a good idea of what he's working with the full arsenal.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be good. That'll be cool. I don't know how much you can hide. I don't know how vanilla you can get, all that stuff. But I think there are plenty of players to watch, aren't there?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, well, here's the deal. I say that because you could have picked Damian Wilson. You could pick a bunch of those linebackers now that Schobert's gone. Do they have some depth at the linebacker position? I think Jihad Ward, where does he factor in? Like, how is he part of this defense for the Jacksonville Jaguars? They brought him over. It's a Cullen system guy. He's a veteran guy. But I do think it's interesting how they'll line him up, and what Chason does probably impacts Jihad Ward. You think I'm right on that?
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Here's another one, DeJuan Smoot. I feel like they're going to move him all over the place, or do they try to settle him in a certain spot? We won't see Taven Bryan tomorrow because he's still coming off the COVID list. I think the word is Monday will be the day for him. But, man, there's a lot of guys to watch. I mean, listen, it's a new team. There's a lot of players to watch. And I'm talking first and second. I'm not talking way down the depth chart either, you know.
So with DeJuan Smoot, I think you're going to see DeJuan Smoot, get maybe starting reps or backup reps at like a strong side linebacker spot in the run game. And then when it's like second or long or third or long, and it's going to be a pass, I think Smoot's going to move down to the 3 technique in terms of rushing the passer from there. So I think he's going to be a big linebacker in base packages, and then in nickel, he's going to move down to a 3 technique. That's what my prediction would be.
Yeah, that makes some sense. We'll see what happens. I can't wait to get your thoughts on the defensive side of things, especially coming up on Monday, and what they do and who flashes. And if obviously there's going to be some current concerns no matter what. Biggest thing for the Jags, try to stay healthy, of course.